Are you been in this situation? Because we all have at one point or another. I know that I have many times where you maybe have a challenge in front of you and you don't see any viable solutions. You don't see any way that it's that's gonna go the way that you want it to. Or maybe there's something that you're desiring to bring into your life, but you don't see how in the fucking world it could possibly come in. So often when we're in this state, we're only looking at what is like in our reality that we can see. We're only seeing the options that are already laid out in front of us, and we don't like those options, right? We don't see those options as working out for us in the best way possible. So our mind is already like, that's not gonna work, that's not gonna work. And it's kind of putting your reticular activating system in a space of looking at what's not going to work. It leaves no space for happenstance or unexpected opportunities or miracles to come through. We're not thinking about that, right? We're in like, this is what I want, this is what I need, and this is what I have in front of me. That's not working. That's not working. Something that I like to do and offer my clients when the situation arises is getting out a piece of paper and a pen, or you could use your phone and do a voice note and just a stream of consciousness talking to your phone. I find that a piece of paper and a pen works a little bit better for us to like get out of our way and just let the subconscious kind of flow. But what you're gonna do is write 100 ways this thing can happen. And these are like, I want you to get so wildly creative, like ways that you in your conscious mind like can't even wrap your head around. Like the most obscure, wild, unexpected ways that you don't even think that could ever happen, and whatever mundane ways you can come up with. But do this, like your goal is to do 100 ways for this thing to be solved, for this thing to come in, for this thing to happen. It can kind of be difficult to get going, but once you kind of get in the flow, usually after like the first like 10 or 15, you're like, this isn't like some woo-woo thing or anything like that. What it does is it puts our mind in a state of looking for opportunity and just being open to seeing opportunity. It just kind of expands our awareness and turns our reticular activating system on to see solutions and opportunities. This is not necessarily manifesting a solution or manifesting something to happen in your life. All it's doing is removing the barriers for you to see the opportunity when it comes into your life or when it passes you by. Because so often when we're like so stuck in what is not going to work, what can't work, like the limited, we have kind of like our horse blinders on. we can't see the opportunities as they're passing us by. So this exercise kind of helps us like take those off and look around and just kind of be open and receptive to seeing those opportunities as they go by, so we can reach out and grab it. So what this can look like is maybe you want to fall in love and you don't see any way that could possibly happen because you don't really like to go out. You have a busy schedule, you have children, your life is so full and busy, or maybe you're just like, I don't know, whatever the reasons, you don't see it happening for you. So you get out a piece of paper and just like 100 ways this opportunity can come in, 100 ways that I could meet the love of my life. And then just start writing anything. Like, I bump into them at a gas station. I see them at the supermarket. Like, we accidentally bump into each other on the sidewalk as we're walking somewhere, or we meet online, or we meet through a friend of a friend of a friend, or just keep going. I mean, those are the more like realistic kind of ways, but your mind will start to get really creative to see like really obscure kind of ways. And it can be kind of fun, and that's kind of also the point of it, is to like get out of the like worry or scarcity like feelings in your body and moving into a more expansive, joyful state and like being open to opportunities. An invitation to you, if you're in that place right now where you're not seeing the options that you're wanting to see, I invite you to just start in the comments, like write 3 ways that obscure ways, like get as creative as possible here, right? And just write 3 ways that it can maybe happen in like some imaginary world. And then when you have the time, get out a piece of paper and do the whole thing.